Hello, everybody. It's Erik. I'm here. I'm a dad now, just to get that addressed here at the very top. It's been quite the ride. A lot of more ups than downs, I would say, but sometimes, it's hard being a dad sometimes. But we'll get into that at some point, I'm sure, with all Rhiney Bear in the future. But I have a little morsel that I had tucked away for a rainy day, and this would appear to be that rainy day, I think. It seems like a good amount of time has passed since we last kind of drip-fed anyone some content. So we had actually recorded something. This was actually recorded probably about 2 years ago in 2021. Good news, bad news. Bad news first, there's no Ryan. So I'll allow everyone a moment to come to terms with that. But even despite the lack of the talent, I think you'll find a good episode nonetheless. No wrestling. This is actually about a movie. So myself, my vivacious wife, and a good friend of mine, a man known as Aaron Wellborn, who some of you may be familiar with his work on a previous podcast. Well, the three of us, we all got together. This is before the Godzilla vs. Kong movie came out. So we essentially got together, talked about our love of Godzilla ahead of time, watched the movie, and kind of reported back. So a similar sort of format to what we do on the Hard Mark episodes, but a little bit different, just because it's a movie. So probably not something we'll do on a regular basis. But I figured it's been a bit. People might be curious to hear it. So here it is. I will be checking back in with everyone soon. I don't know when exactly, but again, appreciate everyone continuing to subscribe, continuing to listen. The whole back catalog's there for anyone who's really looking to delve into the science. But thank you very much, everybody. Without any further ado, here is Hard Mark at the movies. Hard. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hard Mark at the Movies, aka Hard Markathon. My name is Erik Donaldson. I'm the host of the Hard Mark podcast. With me, not today. Is that a sentence that people say? Not with me today would probably make more sense, is Ryan Murphy. So he's not here. This is the first time we've ever done anything affiliated with the Hard Mark brand that has not involved Ryan. Instead, we actually have a couple of guests that maybe you've heard of in passing, maybe you're familiar with in some way, shape, or form. Our first guest here, the lovely, vivacious Heather, my wife.
Hello.
And also we have the lovely and vivacious Aaron.
So, dude?
Not your wife.
Not my wife. He said no.
And I was the second choice.
Right, you were the second. You were the backup.
You're a good runner-up.
Yeah. I feel good about it.
I'm just glad that I held out and I landed that Prince from Monaco.
Yeah.
That was a good play. You get to go to all the F1 races every year.
Yeah.
That's all that I know about.
It's got a big tan dong.
Nice belly button.
Yeah.
They say lip skin is the same color as dong skin. I don't think they say that. I don't think they say that. It's nipples and lips.
No, I don't have like a dog-colored penis. Like I don't have a lipstick penis like a dog.
You don't have a dog.
I mean, I don't have like bright red nipples, but it's like it's not. It's not the same color. Like my penis is not nipple pink. You know what I mean? I'm a white guy. I got pink nips.
So today, everybody, we're going to be talking about Godzilla.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be God. Like, it's like a gospel.
Yeah, he is a god of sorts. He is a force of nature. But yes, so we're going to be talking about Godzilla. It's Hard Mark at the movies, or whatever I end up deciding to call this thing. Aaron, you came up with some ideas for this.
Hard Mark movie death match.
Yeah.
Get in the ring and duke it out.
Yep.
With movie monsters.
That.
Oh, yeah.
What about Markzilla?
Markzilla.
That's actually a good one.
I mean, it could be that. I don't know.
Or Hardzilla.
Hard Markzilla. Anywho, so yeah, we're going to be watching the third. It's not really the third Godzilla movie, but the third of the new trilogy of Godzilla movies.
Of the American Godzilla movies, not counting the piece of shit Matthew Broderick movie.
Right, exactly, which is like a lot of quantifiers to have to say. But basically, it's Godzilla vs. Kong. We're going to watch that here today, but we haven't watched it yet. So for anybody who has not yet seen it, we're not going to be talking about spoilers or anything at the moment.
Right.
We're going to be talking about sort of our Godzilla memories. Then we're going to be kind of making some speculative speculative predictions and whatnot around what we expect may happen in this film. We're going to watch that movie, and then we'll come back with maybe just some brief thoughts on, how it was.
Yeah.
So that's the plan here today. So with that said, I know, Heather, you've got a lot to say about Godzilla.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
okay, we'll just go in a round table sort of forum. Aaron, you've always been a fan of Godzilla ever since you were a wee lad, yes?
That's correct. When I'm a child of divorce.
It's weird that you've already said that sentence twice today, but continue.
So at times when my parents need to run errands, they would rent me movies from the local corner shop. And I would always pick out Godzilla movies. So I would always watch them. I didn't even know they were Japanese movies until later in life, even though, of course, they featured predominantly Japanese people.
How much later in life?
Probably when I was like, I don't know, 11, 12.
You're like, hey,
That's
wait
pretty
a
old.
minute.
Yeah, I was like, well, their mouths move kind of funny, but it's an old movie. Who cares?
You didn't recognize that there was like one white guy in any of the...
Yeah, and that was like in the original, like black and white.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. It doesn't matter. But I always
An observant child.
Yeah, I always really liked, and we'll probably get back to this, but I always really liked the actual monsters, and I always hated the human subplot.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that I think is like a common theme of just about every single Godzilla movie ever made.
Yeah.
Was there one Godzilla movie in particular from your childhood that you enjoyed more than the others?
I really like Mecha Godzilla.
Okay, that's like a classic one. That may be like the most famous besides like the original one.
Yeah, but also like Godzilla vs. Mothra.
Sure.
That was, with the little, like the twins. Matura! And
right, exactly.
but I liked Mecha Godzilla just because it was like absolutely insane, and the aliens were just like Japanese dudes with sunglasses.
I forgot. That's right. That's true.
That was it.
See, I definitely didn't like the human element of Godzilla movies. I especially hated alien subplots in Godzilla movies. Like, I really could not stand that part. And like, it seemed like that was happening a lot in those, like 70s era.
Yeah.
Godzilla movies for sure.
Yeah.
Is like there's always going to be a monster that comes from space or was sent by aliens or shit like that, and I just couldn't stand that.
Right.
My favorite Godzilla movie as a kid, and I think this is probably a very unpopular opinion,
You're going to
was
say Son of Godzilla.
Son of Godzilla.
Fuck off.
What do you have against Son of Godzilla?
It's like he was this bumbling idiot kid. I don't know.
Yeah, but Godzilla wasn't a
Godzilla
bumbling
was?
idiot.
Oh.
Godzilla's boy.
Yeah.
It's just real dumb. And it was
He was a little baby Godzilla.
It was super.
cute.
It was super corny. Wasn't that like the first one where Godzilla was doing like the jump dance thing and like?
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
So was it more, it was like more cheesy and
It was way
silly?
cheesy.
I think you got to talk into the microphone more.
More cheesy and silly.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It was way
There you go.
cheesy.
And you can adjust it to.
Should I get closer to it?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Like
But-
that.
I mean,
You sound like you're on NPR now. Am I close enough? Maybe I should close enough too.
Tell me about your sweaty balls.
anyway, but no, I think the reason that I liked the Son of Godzilla movies because what you would ordinarily have with like a human subplot, instead you're filling it with like Godzilla time. And yes, it's like Godzilla time with his dopey ass son.
Yeah.
But it's like still world building and stuff. And the thing, and I think this is going to be a common theme that I kind of circle back to around this recording. Godzilla is just wrestling. They are one and the same. It's the same thing. You have Godzilla, which everybody loves. Godzilla is the Hulk Hogan figure, we'll just say for the sake of this conversation. And then you have to establish your big bad guy. So the big bad guy
Sure.
beats the shit out of Godzilla. Can Godzilla come back to win that fight?
Right.
What do you know? He's triumphant at the very end. He figures out a way to kind of be more resourceful and beat that bad guy.
Plus, Godzilla's entry music is pretty awesome.
I didn't even think about that element of it, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
One of the best theme songs of all time. Is the
Has Godzilla had any race scandals like Hulk Hogan?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think he only attacks like Japanese people for the most part. So
I guess that's pretty racist.
Yeah.
yeah, but he also only pals around with them too. So I think it's a wash.
It's a love hate.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I agree with you that it's like a wrestling. I don't know, like they structure the plot like a wrestling match, but also there's like a lot of like political subtext and historical.
Sure.
Nuclear war, nuclear energy, like Shin Godzilla, right? That was a
Yeah.
lot about. I mean, that was on the tail of like the 2011 like tsunami and Fukushima, and how the government was probably not that trustworthy, but there are people that meant well, and maybe you can't really trust, like the nuclear past of Japan. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I think Shin Godzilla is actually, by and large, considered to be like the best actual film outside of maybe the first like original one.
Right. I think it actually won like the Japanese Oscar that year or something, like their equivalent in Japan for like Best Picture. Like when it came out. Yeah.
I think, and not knowing, like if you don't know about Japanese politics, I think it falls like a little flat. I remember when we first watched it, we were just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Just like shut up, just show Godzilla.
But yeah, like the scenes where it's just people's titles just keep getting longer and more people keep showing up on screen.
Yeah.
I think it's meant as sort of like a parody of sorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just want to interject. So when I was in Japan a few months ago, I don't know if you remember from Shin Godzilla, like all the government officials had like a cool team jacket.
Oh yeah.
Like they had like do you remember what I'm talking about? It was like kind of like a mix between it was like a 80s windbreaker, like athletic jacket, but it had like their name tags and like their task force on it.
Yes.
That's a real thing in Japan, because when I was in Tokyo, like the governor of Tokyo, which is its own prefecture. So I think instead of a mayor, they have a governor there.
Okay.
But like all their COVID task force people had the same, I'm telling you, it looked exactly the same cool ass jackets.
Oh, so that wasn't just for the movie then.
No, in Japan, if there's a crisis that goes down, they make some fucking sick jackets for you and the whole crew, baby.
Wow.
You could order one on Amazon.
Oh God, I wish.
I think it's also important for us to establish I would quantify myself as a big Godzilla fan, but I don't know that I would go so far as to say that I'm a Godzilla super fan.
Me neither. I really want to stay in the Godzilla hotel, and it's probably still booked solid for years, I would imagine.
Oh, it'd have to be. When I was in Japan, so let's see, the Godzilla stuff that I did make a point to go to the Godzilla store in
Yes.
Tokyo. I got a couple of things. In fact, I'm actually curious to get your take on one of the items that I purchased, but we'll circle back around to that. Also, I saw 2 Godzilla, I don't know if I'd call them monuments necessarily, but there's the Toho Theater in Shinjuku with the big Godzilla on top of it, and then there's also a Godzilla statue that we saw. So, and I made a point to like visit those things. So again, I'm not some newbie Godzilla fan,
Right.
some Johnny come lately. I am a big fan, but I don't like troll the Godzilla message boards or anything like that. So that's where I'm at, just so everyone's kind of aware on where I'm coming at this thing from.
And I'm just a little boy like Godzilla. He was like my friend.
He's like the world's friend, really. Heather,
I'm just a tiny girl that knows just a little bit about Godzilla.
Did you ever watch Godzilla movies when you were a kid?
No.
What about King Kong?
Yes.
We got to talk about Kong
I
at some
liked
point too.
the
do we
King
have
Kong
to?
movie
What? Which one?
with
Jeff Bridges,
the original?
the
no.
new one,
The Jack Black one?
I think so. I mean, didn't that come out when we were in our 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right around the same era as like Lord of the Rings. That was also another Peter Jackson joint.
It was Peter Jackson.
So I watched that movie.
And you liked it? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I think I liked it when I watched it.
It was
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
The Jeff Bridges one, that's the one where King Kong is like trying to get frisky with...
Yeah, he's like peeling her clothes off.
right.
Was it Jessica Lange? Who was it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it
Lange?
was Jessica Lange, yeah. He's like taking her top off and she's like, quit it, Kong.
If I ever bring up King Kong, my dad's always like, hey, remember that scene when King Kong was peeling off Jessica Lange's clothes?
Just seared in his memory.
I mean, this
And
is notable.
And instead of airplane, you know what? We'll go back. We'll go to King Kong later. Let's talk about Godzilla some more.
Okay, let's see.
I thought you were going to tell him about your Godzilla booze that you got in Japan. That was really good.
I also have some Godzilla sake. I don't have it anymore. I
drank it all.
I drank it all
in
but-
Japan.
He was trying to become like Godzilla. I understand. I would have done the same thing.
And I guess this seems like as good as time as any. Let me grab the thing that I bought. So I thought, this is something I got from the Godzilla store. I thought it was going to be like a sticker. It's from Shin Godzilla. I still have no idea what it actually is.
Okay.
So I'll let you look at it. You can kind of explain to the Markomaniacs that may be listening to this.
Markomania.
That's good.
That's what they're called.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember this.
It's like a film cell.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like a film cell, but this is pretty common in Japan. They have entire stationery stores So this would basically just be like
Is it a folder?
it's basically like a folder to hold paperwork in files.
So it's a film cell folder.
Yeah, it's a folder. Well, it's a folder made to look like This is going to be the most boring fucking thing your listeners have ever heard.
Eric, you could use it for tiny files.
That's true.
I'm sure this is probably
Social
like
security cards.
yeah. Hey,
Passport.
Shin Godzilla is going to keep your social safe.
I mean, probably. That seems like something that he or she would do.
Yeah, this is not exciting to anybody who's listening to this.
I thought maybe, well, I mean, you at least told me what it was. I thought I was missing out on something. It's literally just a folder.
My wife, who's Japanese, for all your listeners out there, she has tons of things like these.
Okay.
Yeah, and we keep random paperwork.
Is that one cooler than the one that she has?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Send her a picture and say, jealous.
Could you imagine Shin Godzilla with all his gnarly ass teeth just chomping Sailor Moon, just like tearing her in half? I can.
Yeah, he could do that.
I bet he would. I bet he probably has. So is Mechagodzilla even now with the? We'll kind of transition from the old classic Godzilla to the new stuff. Is Mechagodzilla your favorite Godzilla movie?
That was maybe I would say yes, and he was my favorite matchup against Godzilla because it was like a purpose-built Godzilla to challenge the real Godzilla, but he was technology versus millions of years of evolution on Earth, tainted by radiation and anger,
right,
and the balance of nature, right?
Yeah.
So it was like basically like man and machine versus the force of nature. But I'm gonna say, if we're gonna talk matchups while we're on the subject, I think King Ghidorah was by far the toughest opponent for our hero Godzilla.
I agree. He was I think he was my favorite. I enjoyed the team ups between Mothra, Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla. But can I just say, so earlier today, while I was thinking about this whole subject, I was like, you know what? I don't own any of the Godzilla movies on DVD. I wonder, there's got to be like a box set of some kind. And I was telling Heather about this earlier. I found some, but they're like super expensive.
Yeah.
They're like these collector item things. And a lot of them were throwing in like bullshit movies. I had forgotten that Rodan had its own standalone film.
He had his own movie.
Who gives a
Who
fucking
gives a
shit?
two flying fuck shit about Rodan?
What is Rodan like?
It's like, isn't it supposed to be like a phoenix, but it's just like a furry bird,
Yeah,
basically?
he's like a furry bird phoenix boy. He's
Is he scary?
He's not scary. Do you think the king of monsters is afraid of a furry bird phoenix boy?
All I can think of is Rodan and Fields.
I always thought Mothra was stupid as shit, too.
Mothra is fucking stupid. What did you say, Heather?
Rodan and Fields, it's like a skincare company for like wrinkles.
That's what I think of that, too, sometimes. But
yeah.
Not in regards to Japanese monsters.
Well, was the bird wrinkly? Or
in the most recent one, I think he was, in King of the Monsters.
He's not using his own product.
That's true. Mothra was stupid.
Think of the biggest moth you've ever seen. Now
That's terrifying.
No, okay, we'll throw it up against like just a really grumpy iguana. Who's going to win in that fight? It's not even close. If it's raining outside, the moth loses.
If my memory serves me correctly, Mothra beat Godzilla in their fight.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah. Well, the two little Japanese twins were like, Masuda, Masuda. How'd the song go?
You're doing a better rendition of it than I ever could. So I'm going to go with that. But that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then I think there was probably a one-on-one contest with Rodan and Godzilla. But I can't.
Yeah, there was.
There's no way they jobbed out Godzilla to fucking Rodan. There's no way.
I don't think so.
Rodan, like, the only way Rodan could draw was with somebody else.
It was also a flip-floppy sometimes. Like, sometimes Godzilla was the good guy. Sometimes he was the bad guy, so...
You prefer him as a good guy, correct?
I don't know. I like a bad boy Godzilla.
Oh, little naughty Godzilla.
He's retribution. I don't like it when he's the savior, even though I liked it when he fought Mechagodzilla. I like it when he's, like, judgment.
Okay.
Judgment come down, or come up from the depths of the ocean, I guess would be.
Do you think he's going to be babyface or heel in this movie?
Are we ready to get to that yet? Because that is, I think, a valid question, but I don't know if we're ready to breach that subject yet.
I feel like this was a good segue.
He's not heel. Oh, maybe he will be.
I think he is. Okay. Are we doing this right now?
No, because we haven't talked about King Kong enough yet.
Okay. All right. We will table that for now, but we need to discuss that.
First off, before we talk about Kong, there has been a Godzilla versus King Kong movie before.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was
sounds
stupid.
familiar.
It was dumb.
It was fucking, and it was bullshit.
It was a money grab. It was a cash grab.
Yeah.
Had to have been. Or they're out of ideas.
Well, I think Toho like paid Universal for the rights to King Kong.
Right.
And so, and then, yeah, okay.
I remember they brought him on the little like floaty, the barge, and then he broke free and Godzilla tried to sink it, right? Isn't that what happened?
And weren't there berries, like red berry paste things that like gave King Kong extra strength or bullshit? And then like Godzilla, for some odd reason, only in this movie ever got power from electricity, which is not how fucking Godzilla works.
Oh, I think I saw that one.
He was like munching on power lines to get strength at a certain point.
Wait a minute.
That happened.
Are you sure that's the only movie he's done that in?
I'm not positive.
I don't think that's right.
But like,
no,
he's nuclear. He's not an electric guy. Like,
I don't know.
It runs contrary to my understanding of Godzilla, but I'm sure there were probably others where they did that. But I just
Markomaniacs. Here's where you chime in.
Thank you.
Let us know,
please.
Why don't you shoot us a few messages and tell us how fucking dumb we are?
But either way, the red berry thing absolutely happened, and like King Kong got strength from these fucking red berries.
Right, because if you're comparing Kong to Godzilla, like it's not even a contest. Kong can't shoot like high radiation energy beams out of his mouth.
That is a detraction from him. Yeah.
Also, I mean, Godzilla's got to be like, what, 5 times the size of King Kong? Like, it's ridiculous. Like this... So I guess...
I mean, in that film, they were the same size, but
yeah, I know, but that's not canon.
Sure, exactly.
Right?
We're talking like the guy climbing the fucking Empire State Building.
Right. He got taken down by a couple of biplanes. If we're going back to the, Jessica Lange...
she got stripped.
Striptease. It was little helicopters with like big machine guns.
Right.
Like the rotary kind, what are they called? Like miniguns.
Are you talking about her breasts?
No.
Good.
But... So I've always liked King Kong equal to Godzilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, I've always had a thing for big monsters because maybe it's because they were always like they're out of their element. There's these giant forces of nature. They're also animals. They don't understand the complexities of human society or life or civilization.
Sure. And
they're just like, I just want to, fuck and be at peace.
Yeah.
And then, Godzilla gets woken up by our shenanigans. Kong's minding his own business in the jungle, and then people try to take him away so they can use him as a money-making scheme.
Yeah.
So I always like King Kong for that. He's like, why didn't they just leave me alone? I'm just a big gorilla.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm not going to pass aspersions on you for that. Right. I do not have the same affinity for King Kong that you do.
And you know what? Now that we're on the subject of King Kong, I agree with Heather. I like that Peter Jackson movie. Because it showed...
didn't it take like fucking 8 hours?
It was a long movie. But it showed that Kong was like this revered god like on Skull Island, right?
Yes.
But he was actually his family had been killed and they've been fighting these other giant creatures and all this other thing. And he was like really sad. He was like the last of his kind.
You were just talking all sorts of shit about Son of Godzilla. Now this is fine? Now this is okay?
Son of Godzilla was like a little stupid, dumb idiot dinosaur baby. And
it sounds cute.
Single Dad Godzilla was doing his best, okay? He had a lot of factors working against him.
If we are picking our favorite dinosaur babies, my favorite dinosaur baby is the dinosaur baby from Dinosaurs.
Not the mom. Yeah. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Heather. What were you saying earlier?
I liked the exploration part of that movie. That's what drew me to it, was like the
King Kong
adventure.
movie.
Yeah, where they take the boat over.
I didn't care for the bugs. The bug part. Do you remember the bug part?
No.
Oh, I didn't.
I probably blocked it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heather's not a big bug.
No, I'm not a big bug. No.
I'm a human woman.
Give me sugar.
So I guess that's a good lead into what we're going to watch tonight, right?
Yeah, the Monsterverse.
Yeah.
The culmination of the Monsterverse.
Right.
I don't know if they've said that there's going to be any more beyond this, but I guess we'll see.
We'll find out.
Okay, so there's been 3 movies so far. And then this is going to be the 4th. So we have Godzilla, which happened first, like the new Godzilla.
Right.
Then Skull Island. Then Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, was Skull Island tied in?
Yes.
That was actually pretty good.
Where do you put it in relation to the other ones, as far as like your preference?
I actually... Oh, shit.
Because I know what the right answer is, but I want to see what your answer is.
Oh, you know what the right answer is?
Yeah.
So I will say off the bat that out of all of them, Godzilla King of the Monsters is my favorite.
No, okay, hold on. King of the Monsters is the second Godzilla.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Okay, go on. You're already saying wrong answers.
You
No.
can't ask him for his rating.
And you can't tell me what
poo-poo it
answers
in
are
the
wrong
middle.
when you're
Yeah.
Well, I did.
have to let him get
and
through
between the first
I'm the host.
and between the first Godzilla and Skull Island, I'm gonna go with Skull Island.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, tell everyone.
So my order is King of the Monsters number 1, Skull Island number 2, and then Godzilla number 3. In that order.
Did you not like Godzilla?
I did. I really liked it.
Then this ranking doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so I'll explain why.
Okay.
So the Godzilla was very good. It did a great job of explaining who Godzilla was and what he was all about. I think you gave a really good anecdote of the guy who was getting frustrated at the lack of footage of Godzilla, which maybe you can go into later. But
Yeah, sure.
But I felt the same way. Like it was way too human centric. That movie was like there should have been a lot more Godzilla footage. And I thought the monsters that he was fighting in that movie were like some bullshit made up monsters that nobody gives a shit about. Unlike King of the Monsters, where we had our good old, Rodan was in it, and so was Mothra and King Ghidorah, right?
Ooh,
That was
King
great.
Ghidorah.
Yeah, no, yes.
Okay.
I agree.
Skull Island was great because you still had the mystery of Skull Island. You had John C. Reilly, who played like this great like World War II fighter pilot that had managed to survive on Skull Island behind the wall that kept Kong separate from the like crazy natives that lived on the island. And then you had like all the Vietnam guys that showed up.
Sure.
And then you had crazy Samuel L. Jackson, who's like, I'm going to kill that monkey.
The cast was the strongest cast
So
of any of these movies.
all these movies, if we're gonna have a shitty human subplot, that had the best human subplot, and it also made King Kong look way more badass than the Peter Jackson one did. Right? Do you remember all the things they tried to do to kill King Kong in that movie?
Yeah.
King Kong was tough as nails.
You're talking about Skull Island right now.
Skull Island.
Yeah. Okay.
King Kong was tough as shit. When I saw that, I was like, this King Kong might last a couple rounds against Godzilla. This Kong could. He could go. I don't think he could win,
Sure.
but he would give Kong a run for his money.
And you understand it's that Kong that is fighting Godzilla, right?
Then I'm getting more excited to watch this movie, if I'm being honest.
Wow. Okay. All right. I didn't know that I was cluing you in on this information. I
Yeah,
thought you were
I totally. I forgot about Skull Island until you brought it up. I didn't know it was included in this like universe here because that was like Vietnam era,
Sure.
and Kong versus Godzilla is going to be like modern times, right?
That's my understanding.
How old is this fucking gorilla? I know they live a while, like several decades, but I don't think they're that old.
Well, I think he was like, I think the story was the Skull Island King Kong was like not a baby, but like a young adult teenage King Kong. So he was still growing.
Right.
Because he wasn't quite the same size as like the Godzilla of these movies.
And his whole family was dead.
I think so. I don't remember it in that much vivid detail, but
That's why. So like Godzilla is like this mythical force of nature, right? He's like a titan that rises from the deep.
yes.
Kong's just a sad little orphan gorilla that's just trying to do the best he can.
Okay, knock it off. No more of this. That's
He falls in
ridiculous.
love with women.
Yeah, he's the
Does Godzilla fall
he's
in
the
love with
Cinderella
women?
man.
Yeah, he like sexually assaults women, as we established with
face-
poor Jessica Lange.
It's a different
Oh, I thought
time.
you were talking about Kong.
No.
Yeah, we are.
Well, yeah, but that
I'm
was
talking about Godzilla.
Oh,
This
he
was
hasn't
like-
sexually assaulted anyone.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
that you know of. That you know of. And that was a different time.
He does have a long tail.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'm saying that Kong is Cinderella man and Godzilla is Ivan Drago.
Hold on. No, okay, fuck you right now. You're playing into this whole thing trying to paint Godzilla as the bad guy. This is bullshit and this
No,
needs
we
to
gotta
stop
have.
right
we
now.
actually have to have this conversation. But anyway, tell me why I'm wrong. Why is my list wrong?
The first Godzilla movie is the best.
Explain.
It's the best film. You can sit down and watch it and not feel like your intelligence is being insulted, despite the fact that it's giant monsters fighting each other. It's the best well-constructed film. And while I do concur that I could stand more Godzilla, I think as a reintroduction into this character, considering it had been so fucking long since we saw like a competent version of Godzilla, the brief glimpses that you got were like perfect. Like it sated that need of like seeing Godzilla do cool shit. And you have to admit, when it opened up that bullshit Muto's mouth and just breathed fire down its fucking throat,
Yeah.
that, because it's building to that point, you like get this visceral like fuck yeah reaction when that happens.
I will say that this Godzilla is he's rad. Like he's like he's built like he's like
It's like a UFC fighter.
it's the best Godzilla I've ever seen.
He's a badass fucking Godzilla.
Yeah, he's great. He's like
Yes.
all like he's like muscly and he's like the biggest Godzilla ever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're like, oh fuck yeah, he'd take down those fat cats in Washington.
He'd occupy Wall Street and he'd make something happen.
He'd stomp all over them.
Right, exactly. So for me, the first Godzilla is the best because it's the actual best movie from beginning to end.
Okay.
And I think the human subplot, while not preferable to just more Godzilla content, I think is less insufferable.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as the Godzilla King of Monsters human subplot.
The dialogue in that fucking movie was so stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So the second Godzilla movie, the only redeeming part about it was like the visuals of the monster fight.
It was the monster on monster action, which is what I was there for.
And that was great.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God, it just getting to those points was a fucking slog sometimes.
That's true.
And I don't give a shit about whatever her, like 11 from Stranger Things. Like, I don't care about her. I don't care about the coach from Friday Night Lights. I don't care about
I love him.
I don't care about Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
I don't care about the wife.
It was like eco-terrorism, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No, the human subplot was fucking garbage in that movie. You know what? Maybe I'm just focusing too much on the monster.
And that was
fights.
like, there were like, so in like, to even kind of bolster that movie up a little bit, like the scene where Godzilla's swimming up to their underwater ship and he's just blinking.
Yeah.
And all you can see his blinking like fins and shit.
Yeah.
That was fucking rad.
Yeah.
I actually liked the scene where Ken Watanabe is showing up with like the nuke because they're trying to bring Godzilla back to life because he's like basically dead at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And then they do it and then he like bursts up and like shoots into space with his fucking, like, that was
It was
awesome.
like hulking out, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like he's ripping the shirt off.
Well, I appreciate where you're going with that.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't quite that.
Is he more Ultimate Warrior style?
No, it was Hulk. It was Hulk, but it wasn't Hulk. Hulk rips the shirt off at the beginning.
gosh.
What this was Hulk
fine.
kicking out of his opponent's
Sure.
finisher and shaking his body.
Right, okay,
And
you're
then, and then the guys pounded on him like, well, nothing's happening. Then like this is basically Godzilla pointing you before he comes back. That's what that was.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
So thank you for being a bigger man. So my ranking is the first Godzilla,
Okay.
and then
Skull Island.
then I think Skull Island, but just barely over the other one. Because I don't know. I thought Skull Island was like a little hokey, cheesy. Like, I like all those actors, but I just found what they were doing to be like, it was almost like sort of cartoony for me.
It was super entertaining. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it was a little over the top.
Yeah.
Like, would Samuel L. Jackson's character, who was like clearly an officer in charge of men's lives, would he really go off the deep end trying to kill a monkey? Probably not.
I mean,
Probably
he did.
not. He'd probably be more concerned about, we're on some like weird island in a time vortex and I got to figure out how to get my boys home. That's probably what he would do in real life.
Probably.
But he's like, we lost in Nam. I'm not losing to this monkey.
He took it fucking personally.
Yeah, that's basically what the whole movie was. And then John C. Reilly was like, well, we're all fucked then. That's it. We're all going to die. His character was great in that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I watch him in anything, though.
Sure. He's just a national treasure, I think. Did you see Skull Island? You saw Skull Island, didn't you, Heather? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought that was the one with Naomi Watts and...
No, that was the Peter Jackson one.
Oh.
Skull Island had John C. Reilly and John Goodman was in it.
I don't think I watched it.
Oh,
It probably wouldn't be your thing. But, and to kind of, I think villain-wise, monster villain-wise, Skull Island probably even had weaker villains than...
I mean, it was basically just like dinosaurs and like, wasn't there like a...
What was the big thing that like fought Kong at the end?
Wasn't
though?
it something like came out of the ground or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I remember there being like some cool like scenes within the fight, but I just didn't give a shit about the monsters that Kong was fighting.
Right.
Like even less so than the Mutos, which at least they kind of gave like a little bit of backstory. Like there's a male and a female and they're trying to mate and that sort of thing.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, so that's the MonsterVerse as it stands right now so far. Which I think the last thing that we really need to talk about before we watch this movie is what do we expect to happen?
Who wants to go first?
Heather.
Do you think that little girl is going to be in this movie, the one that says,
11?
if the monster come in here, he's going to kick my ass. So I go in there, I'll kick his ass.
I don't think Aaron's seen this YouTube video
It's
before.
hilarious.
This is from like a decade ago.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a little kid with a speech impediment talking about how she's going to like beat the shit out of the boogeyman or
Yeah.
whatever.
It sounds
It's
cute.
amazing.
We'll catch
so
up
as long
after
as
that.
she's in the movie, then I'm happy.
She's probably like 20 now.
Well, perfect.
Yeah, but
Perfect acting age.
still got a speech impediment.
I hope so.
Any other predictions, Heather? who do you think is going to be the baby face? Who's going to be the heel? I have a feeling based off the trailer that I know.
I haven't seen anything
Okay.
so far. So I think Godzilla is going to be the heel
Okay.
and Kong is going to be the baby face.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with Heather. I think they're going to bring Kong off Skull Island to defeat the evil Godzilla who's gone berserk and started wrecking shit. My prediction for the movie is that it's going to be basically like a Royal Rumble kind of situation or like a tag team elimination. Who knows? But
Sure, right.
basically, there's going to be some bullshit monster that shows up midway through, and then Kong and Godzilla end up teaming up to defeat the monster, and then they go their separate ways out of mutual respect. One thing's for sure, there's going to be some shitty human subplot that I won't give a fuck about.
I hope the Undertaker shows up.
I mean, hope so. I hope he grows to like,
Oh my god.
equally the same height as Kong and Godzilla.
That'd
There's
actually
lightning.
be, yeah, that'd be an amazing movie.
So maybe
Yeah.
he'll be the third monster. You never know.
I'm rooting for Undertaker.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it's legit going to be Kong versus Godzilla, and like I don't think there's going to be a third monster. So all that I've seen so far, I've made a point to like not read anything or anything like that online. All I've seen is the trailer. The trailer definitely seems to imply,
So awful, those trailers.
the trailer seems to imply that they are positioning Godzilla as the bad guy in this movie.
Right.
Oh.
I agree.
Here is my suspicion. Again, using wrestling knowledge and the fact that Godzilla is wrestling as fuck, here is my suspicion on what's going to happen. They're not going to, at least at the start anyway, position Godzilla as like a full-fledged bad guy heel at the beginning. Because we've already had 2 movies where you're rooting for Godzilla, you're like wanting Godzilla to stomp at everybody.
Sure.
So they have to make this gradual turn. So probably what's going to end up happening, Godzilla's going to do something... Something's going to happen where like Godzilla snaps and you're going to see like it's going to be justifiable, but he's going to take it further than is necessary.
Okay.
Like something's going to happen that pushes Godzilla beyond the point where you think it's reasonable, and they're going to try and turn the audience opinion against Godzilla.
It's going to be like in Barbershop when somebody drank Eve's apple juice. Somebody's going to drink Godzilla's apple juice.
Right. I'm going
Is
to
that his urine?
What?
I'm going to assume that this is a legit reference to the actual movie.
Have you never seen Barbershop?
No, I've never seen
No.
Barbershop.
I guess you're not the main demographic.
I guess, I mean, I watched a lot of Martin in the 90s, so that's what I think is going to happen. And then Kong is going to be, you know, the guy like trying to stop them. And I think the only thing that I don't know, are they going to kill Godzilla
No.
at the hands of King Kong, or is it going to be like now King Kong is the new king of the monsters? It's going to be one of those two things, which I'm already fucking hating that idea. I am not going to cheer for King Kong. They can do anything they want to Godzilla. It's not going to change my opinion. Godzilla is better than King Kong.
Well, let's hope that the filmmaker changes your mind about King Kong, because I love Kong. I love him.
But at the expense of Godzilla? Are you willing to be swayed against Godzilla?
Hold on. Godzilla, first off, can't lose, and he can't be killed.
Okay.
Right?
I mean...
That's absurd.
I don't think
That's
so.
That's absurd, sir.
Okay.
And they have to be able to make another movie.
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's going to be
You're
any.
basically... You're like Ivan Ivanovich. You're working in the Lotta factory on the outskirts of St. Petersburg. And,
I don't know what any of these references
Just
are.
shut up and listen. And then suddenly, you're also, you're a local committee member for the party. And it turns out that the commissar for your village fell sick, and he had tickets to the Drago Balboa match, and he can't go. And you're so jazzed, you're going to tell your comrade wife, like, I get to go and see the glorious Ivan Drago destroy that capitalist pig Rocky Balboa. I can't wait. And you get there, and you see him slug it out for like 20 rounds. And then it's finally over. And then Rocky gets up, and he says, if I can change, and you can change, we can all change, and you're going to clap for him, and then the Cold War is going to end in your heart, and you're going to be like, Kong, 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 Kong. Yep, that's what's going to happen.
I'm good. This is not for you.
Godzilla's not dead.
This is not for you. This is for my wife. King Kong is John Cena in this situation. That's all I'm going to say. We're getting Kong shoved down our throats because that's what the fucking studio wants. This isn't a real
But so many people love John Cena, though.
And
Well,
King,
yeah,
and King
kids
Kong.
and idiots.
And King Kong.
And John Cena's a cool guy. I'm just saying.
If women are idiots, because his main demographic are kids and women. So why'd you say kids and idiots?
Yeah, it's 2021. Why don't you elaborate on that? See how they...
I'm just saying, Godzilla is being, I have a feeling, is going to be unfairly represented in this film. Like, they're going to try and turn me against Godzilla, and I'm not going to do it.
I really hope Kong is wearing long
denim shorts.
and that he has some sort of bright colored shirt on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what's...
And I hope he has his own rap song.
King Kong!
Yeah. I'm almost certain that's going to happen. We'll find out. Is there anything else we should mention before we watch the movie? I think we've got it. I think we figured it out.
I'm actually excited that I haven't seen any previews because I have no idea what
The trailers for this movie has been absolute garbage. If anybody's listening from whatever shitty studio made those trailers, you should be fired because you're a piece of shit and you suck at your job.
Wow.
No, I was like, fuck this movie when I saw it, even though in my heart I knew I should be excited for it. Because that's how bad the trailers are.
I'm glad I didn't
Have you
see
seen them? It's like a dumb, like, hip-hop song. Like, not a good one.
John Cena.
Like,
John Cena.
Like, not a good... Like, it just makes it look so awful. It's going to be better than the trailers. So is our plan to meet up afterwards and discuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Who knows how long we'll actually want to talk about it. But yeah, we can kind of reconvene and give our thoughts. And
It'd be funny if, like, our recap was like 30 seconds. Like, fuck that.
fuck that. Fucking hate it. Mothra shouldn't have showed up. Mothra killed everybody.
I hope Mothra doesn't show up.
I don't know. I mean, they introduced Mothra and Rodan the last time. And they were both... Well, actually, did Mothra die last time? Rodan, I think, was still alive.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I think, didn't Mothra, like, sacrifice...
That's another plot point. Real quick, before we end this first portion of this thing, that's another plot point. There are other monsters. They showed those other monsters. Are those other monsters going to be involved? Yes or no? We're going to find out. But, like, that is a plot. That better be not a plot hole in this case.
All right.
Because they need to weigh in on who the next king's going to be.
Okay, let's get back. Let's watch it and then come back.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our thoughts on King Kong versus Godzilla in a ladder match. Just kidding. It's a movie. Bye. So we just watched the movie. We're going to talk about... We're not going to talk about everything in the movie, but we're going to talk about kind of our thoughts and whatnot. So there will be...
talk a lot about what I don't like about it.
So spoilers ahead. If you have not seen the movie and you plan on seeing it, you should not listen any longer. But if you don't care, or if you've already seen it and you want to hear about it, then keep going. What's the official title? Is it Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we just watched Godzilla versus Kong on HBO Max. We did not get the full theatrical version, but I think we got the gist of it nonetheless.
Oh, there's a longer version?
No. You could. So if you were brave enough, if you maybe gotten your shots in place, if you're a boomer, you could go to the theater and watch that same film.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted the theater experience with the reclining chairs and whatnot.
Well, we had a recliner, so.
That's true. We got a similar sort of thing. But what did everyone think of the movie?
It's a no for me, dog.
That's an okay. All right. Heather.
I mean, I watched the exciting parts.
What did you do during the not exciting parts?
I was playing my design games on my phone.
That sounds about right.
What about you?
It's... I wouldn't recommend it to people that are not like Godzilla fans.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
Oh, okay.
I like that they came together at the end.
They came together at the end.
No, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's sum up the plot of this piece of shit.
Okay. Please.
Because I was right in my prediction. The human subplot was overbearing.
Well, everyone... Okay.
And uninteresting and took up like 90% of the movie.
Anyone who's ever seen any Godzilla movie ever... That's always what happens.
If you've ever seen, I guess the Michael Bay Transformers movies aren't, because they're always working a shitty human subplot. Sure. Because it's about the budget, right? They can't just have cool ass monster fights for 2 hours, even though that's what the people want to see. That's what I want to see.
Even peak era Godzilla was never as much Godzilla as you wanted it to be.
I know, because building those tiny sets and making all those rubber suits costs money.
Right.
That's really what it's all about.
You ever spent time setting up dominoes so you can like knock them over? That's hours.
You got to do
Hours and
several
hours.
takes of it. I get it. I get it. But this is done with computers, and they don't have to do that.
Right. Yes.
So anyway, so the stupid dipshit plot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So King Kong is trapped inside a simulation X-Men style danger room.
I didn't expect that.
On Skull Island.
That took me off guard. The fact that they simulated a Skull Island hub base for him to be at.
And they also went through the effort of showing that he was figuring out how to escape.
Yes.
And
I
he
think
never
that-
escaped.
That his time there could have been a little bit longer. Like we found out right away that it was fake.
Right. And the whole reason he was being kept there was so that he was safe from Godzilla, right?
Right.
And then Godzilla shows up and starts tearing apart, was it Pensacola, Florida?
Yeah, the hub that is Pensacola.
So,
yeah.
okay,
You
let's
get
go.
it.
Let's go back. So Kong is shown as this chill gorilla on his little simulated island that's just having the time of his gorilla life, even though he knows it's like fake, like Truman Show style, and he wants
Sure.
to get out. And also, he has a best friend that's a little girl.
Can I say a problem that I have
Huh.
with this initial part? They never explain how they got him from Skull Island proper to this makeshift base.
That base was on Skull Island.
Was it?
Yeah, they built it like on top of him in Skull Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't realize.
But they
that.
also
All
never
right.
explained how or why they did that either, except that like we need to keep him safe from Godzilla.
Right. Which, like, why do they give a fuck?
Godzilla probably knew about Skull Island up to that point and didn't give a shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. And then you go back to Pensacola, Florida, and Godzilla shows up and just starts wrecking shit. And then like
To be fair, there's not a whole lot to wreck in Pensacola, Florida, from my understanding.
yeah, and then CNN came out with their fake news that like Godzilla, like the chyron at the bottom was like Godzilla's no longer our savior. And then you're introduced to like this conspiracy theory like engineer nerd guy
Oh my
that works for this company called Apex, which is clearly the competitor of Monarch, which was the
Vodka.
yeah no,
Yeah, no, they took all their vodka sales from college kids and then they invested that into
Yes.
Monster Titan technology.
So Monarch was like the protagonist corporation from the previous movies, and now Apex is a cybernetics company that was
Right.
in competition with them.
And for the record, the eco-terrorist group from the previous movie not mentioned at all. in
At
this.
all whatsoever.
Yeah, no, Tywin Lannister did not show up at any point.
Right.
Moot.
Okay, so Godzilla, so they frame, and you're right. So Kong is the baby face, and Godzilla's the heel right off the bat.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's a simple explanation that they give. And then you find
They
out.
do, to be fair though, they do make it clear that like, oh, Godzilla's not, like, there's something wrong with Godzilla.
There's a reason why
yeah.
he's doing what he's
Yeah,
doing.
but only the people that like believe in Godzilla are saying that. The rest of the world's like, fuck this guy, he's bad now.
Sure.
Right?
But 11 from Stranger Things, she knows something's up.
Yeah, she's not off-putting at all. She's like in real life, she doesn't creep me out because she's like, 16 years old, but talks like she's 45.
Do you like her ear cuff?
her what?
Ear cuff?
I don't care about that.
An ear cuff is where it's not an ear ring, but it goes around this. What is that? The side
It just
of your...
it literally like think of like a bracelet cuff
Sure.
that you slide on. It's like that, but you just slide it onto the cartilage of
What
your
are we
ear.
doing here? I thought I was summing up the plot here.
Yeah, we are. We're the important parts of the plot, like her ear cuff.
All right. So anyway, then it transitions, or if you're following along here, that the fact that the Earth is hollow
Yeah.
and that this robot company is up to something shady, and they need to get to the hollow Earth.
Yeah.
And the only way to get there is to free King Kong from his Danger Room Skull Island simulation. And then Godzilla will find him, and then for some reason they will lead him back. The company and the U.S. Navy agreed to be part of this, to the Hollow Earth, where they can find, what were they looking for? I know the company,
Like an energy source?
that was what the company was secretly looking for, right?
Oh, yeah. What was the pretense that they were giving to the government?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I think that there was the expectation that, we're trying to build a weapon that will protect us from the Titans.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Which they were actually right about.
Sure, yeah.
But so let's see, where did I leave off here? So they
go to Middle Earth.
They free Kong. They 7-Eleven and her dumb New Zealand nerd friend meet up with conspiracy theory guy, and they sneak their way into
Right. The podcast guy. The podcast guy's the worst character in this whole movie,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Like, we're all...
You know who should have been the podcast guy? Ron Funches.
that guy was fun.
He would have been hilarious.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah,
would've been hilarious.
but he's too funny and talented. Ron Funches would never have. He would have read this script and he would be like, "No, thank you."
Rod Funches would have been a great
so
podcast
funny.
guy.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
That's just gonna piss me off now.
Okay. Anyway, so they go to Hollow Earth or whatever. No, they discover that the Apex Company are actually bad guys. Surprise, surprise. They're building a Mecha Godzilla that's powered by the skeleton brain of King Ghidorah and piloted by some Japanese dude.
Briefly, anyway.
But they can only power it up 40%. And then after a fight, Godzilla and King Kong part ways, and King Kong finds his way into Hollow Earth through Antarctica. And then he finds out that there's some old King Kong castle that they never explained who built it or where the other Kongs are.
It seemed like the monkeys did.
Yeah, but
Or
there's
apes.
no like other monkeys, and
Yeah.
then there was like clearly some old axe that some old King Kong guy made out of a piece of an old Godzilla tail. And then
You're perfect so far, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that the evil corporation CEO's daughter was like a spy that tagged along on the trip to the Hollow Earth, and then she stole a sample and then somehow uploaded what the sample was comprised of back to the surface of the Earth. And then her dad was like, got the download, now we can power up Mechagodzilla. And then they powered it up, and then the Japanese pilot died because it was too powerful, and guess what? King Ghidorah's brainwaves took over this Mechagodzilla. and while this is all happening, somehow Godzilla was on his way to Hong Kong, of all places, not to stop the police or the Chinese, but to stop the production of the Mechagodzilla.
Right.
And he somehow sensed that they took a sample that they uploaded to the surface of the Earth to power up Mechagodzilla. So Godzilla got mad, and he used his super nuke breath to drill a hole into the center of the Earth, into Hollow Earth. And then King Kong was on the other side of the hole, and he looked up and he's like, "Fuck you, pal." And then, "I'm coming to kick your ass." And then Godzilla's like, "Whatever, I don't have time for this shit, but fucking bring it." And then, so King Kong climbs his way up from the center of the Earth in like 20 seconds or less.
Yeah.
And then they have this huge fight in Hong Kong, knocking over buildings, which was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. It should have been the whole movie.
Yeah, no, that was the best part.
It was great. The monster fight scenes were great, but they only made up like 5% of the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Godzilla kicks his ass. Kong's almost dead.
Well, they give like a sort of a shallow, hollow victory to Kong, like briefly. Like, remember how Godzilla's like unconscious, and they're like, looks like they're tied one apiece now.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, there was
So there's like two fight scenes conjoined into one larger fight scene.
right, and then Godzilla comes back and gets King Kong to tap out.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
King Kong's lying. He's on the ropes. He's on the mat. His heart rate's slowing down. So this dumb scientist that's been along for the ride for some reason, he wrote the book on Hollow Earth theory. So that's why he was there.
Yeah.
And he also apparently knows how to fly this spaceship that the company designed to go to the center of the Earth. And then he uses that dumb Hollow Earth ship to basically do an AED compression heart jumpstart on King Kong. And then King Kong's back in the fight. And by this time, Mechagodzilla's powered up, but he has King Ghidorah's brain, and then he starts like lasering the city, and then he's fighting Godzilla, and he's mopping the floor with Godzilla. Then King Kong joins the fight on Godzilla's side.
Yeah.
They beat Mechagodzilla, and then Godzilla and King Kong part ways. Mutual respect. King Kong goes back to the dumb center of the Earth, whatever that was, and Godzilla goes back into the ocean. The end. That's it. Literally just ends.
And King Kong used that axe thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
he found in the cave to kill
Yeah.
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla, yes. And that's the whole stupid fucking movie.
You forgot about a couple things.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a few details you forgot. One, that little girl
The deaf girl.
is deaf, and she communicates via sign language to King Kong.
She touches fingers
Yeah.
with him, which
a
I
la,
thought was cute.
she did that. Yeah, she ET'd
Yeah.
Yeah.
King Kong. King Kong is also King Coco.
Yeah,
You
it was
can
like Coco
communicate-
the gorilla.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
King Kong, say gorilla. And he's like signing.
Exactly. It was like Congo.
Oh, there's one other part. Go ahead. What else?
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's that. We talked about the podcast guy. Oh, there's one important thing too that you forgot, but I'm trying to remember what the fuck it
I
is.
think I remember what it is. At one point, King Kong's shoulder gets dislocated.
I forget. Okay, that wasn't it. But
so
go.
King Kong smashes his shoulder into a skyscraper to pop it back in place,
Right.
just like he's fucking John McClane.
So
Yeah.
badass.
It was literally just John McClane.
Yes, it was John McClane as King Kong, repopping his shoulder back into its socket. I remember the other part. You forgot about the bit where King Kong ripped the animal from. Now Heather's got me saying it, Middle Earth, ripped its head off, and then it starts just like chugging its blood out of its neck.
The hobbits and the elves couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Oh, yeah. He tore them apart, too.
Yeah.
He did. I speculated during, and I stand by this statement. I think that if they had just gone full bore on, you know what, it's a flat Earth thing. All the Titans are on the other side of the Earth. We can't see them. And then like that's where the Titans live. I think that would have been better.
Maybe the next one will be a flat Earth movie.
Well, they've already established Hollow Earth, so
They've
you can't retcon that now.
So
Unless someone slices it in half.
that's true.
Hollow Earth is a stupid concept, but it is less stupid than flat Earth because at least it's still a globe, right?
Yeah.
I did like Kong like tripping out, looking at the rocks.
There's like blue floating rocks, like we were in Avatar or something.
yeah,
They were probably made of like unobtainium.
Yeah, they probably were. Yeah. So you didn't like the movie.
No,
Where do you? Is this at the bottom of your list?
absolute bottom.
Can
It didn't do justice to Godzilla. Godzilla was like not as badass as he should have been. King Kong, he was pretty good in it. It was great and did him justice, but the plot was stupid. It was just a bad movie.
The
and
writing was terrible.
the dialogue was just
Yeah,
fucking
it's
dog
bad.
shit.
this movie was worse than Godzilla 2, but it was not a lot worse than Godzilla 2.
Okay.
Like the dialogue was equally as bad in both of those movies, and I do think that the edge Godzilla 2 had over this one was the action scenes were more memorable in Godzilla 2 than in this one.
Yeah.
Like really the fight amidst the battleships was like, it was fine. It was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the end scene between Kong and Godzilla, like that was definitely the standout bit, but there wasn't like super memorable moments in this one.
Yeah.
Like there was in 1 and 2.
Sure.
Like 2, you had the bits with, and now I'm trying to even blank. Well, we even went back and we watched where Godzilla sort of emerged from he hulked up out of the water. The Ghidorah fight, I remember being cool, a lot of cool visuals.
Yeah.
It felt like everything was a little frantic. There wasn't like
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
ability to sort of settle down and like absorb what was going on.
In King of the Monsters, you had a lot of cool like shots of the monsters, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember King Ghidorah, like his 3 heads? I don't know. He was a badass opponent for Godzilla.
Yes.
And
The complaint I think about 2 is like there was almost every single scene with the monsters. It was like rainy, so you didn't get a clear picture of them. This one, there wasn't enough like just kind of moments to absorb what was happening.
it's kind
very
of
frantic.
It was kind of Michael Bay style. I keep
Yeah.
talking about Michael Bay, but when I watch a Transformers movie, which I try not to ever, like the action's so I don't know, frantic, I guess is the
It
word.
gives
You're like, what the
me-
fuck is happening?
It's like the martial arts cuts where it's just very like quick cut type
Gives
of
me
stuff.
vertigo watching Transformers movies. I can't watch them.
Yeah, this was almost as bad as that.
Yeah,
And the thing is, it doesn't have to be that way.
it really doesn't.
No.
Is there going to be another Godzilla movie in this series? I'm wondering if there will be. I'm not sure there will. I would watch another one.
I would too, but I hope not.
Like this didn't kill. I will say for my part, as everyone heard in my predictions earlier, I was pleasantly surprised that they did not job out Godzilla a second time, like they did in the '70s version. I was convinced that they were going to. And I was happy to be wrong, so that was nice.
No, I pretty much called it.
Once I saw the Godzilla axe, I was like, fuck me, that's how he's going to chop Godzilla's head off or some shit. But
There's no way Godzilla was ever going to die. No way.
It's that wrestling paranoia where you always think the worst is going to happen to your favorites.
Sure. Okay.
That's bred in me over the past 30 years. Like, oh yeah, Daniel Bryan, yeah, they're going to fuck Daniel Bryan out of this. It's one of those types of scenarios where like Godzilla's my Daniel Bryan in this case.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm glad that not only did he win legitimately, decisively, but he survived. You know, he's still the king of the monsters from
Sure.
all indications. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't really know where you go with that. You've already pretty much had all the big monsters from the original run. You've done the big fight between him and Godzilla.
There's only one way left to go, buddy.
What's that?
Aliens.
Like Alien versus AVP style?
And
No,
then they
no.
fight them together.
like Japanese dudes with sunglasses.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the twins.
Like Men in
Mothra
Black.
twins. Yeah, Will Smith and his flashy thing. And then we have a dance scene with Godzilla just in a suit.
Wiki wow
Godzilla
wow,
in
wiki wow wow.
I think that
Middle Earth.
It's not Middle Earth, but it's easier to say that.
it is. It's easier
What is
to
it? Hollow Earth?
Hollow Earth.
Yes, Hollow Earth.
Hollow.
That Hollow
Doesn't
Earth
sound as good.
scene where they're going through whatever wormhole shit.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so the humans had to be in this super advanced top secret ship developed by this corporation to go into Hollow Earth, or else gravity would turn them inside out. But King Kong just went into a cold ice hole.
Right.
And then
He was fine.
And then he fell from basically outer space and crashed into a mountain, and then he was fine. And then he was fighting other monsters.
He's a Titan.
just stupid.
The Cobra thing, Cobra dragons, those were kind of cool.
Those were pretty cool.
Yeah, for as brief as they showed up.
Yeah, it was like a flying cobra dragon boa constrictor. They were pretty cool.
I was hoping for a Gamera cameo. We never got that. I think Gamera may be owned by something that's not Toho. I'm not sure, but
Because he was
he was like the turtle.
yeah, I think he was a direct competitor to the Godzilla franchise.
I think you're right. Yeah. I mean, where else do you go with that? I mean, that would be like a really lame sort of like transition from this.
It would have been funny if they showed him and then like just Godzilla just like snapped him in half or something. Just like picked him up and was like, yeah.
It was like a quick cut over to Gamera, and Gamera's just like jerking off on the corner of Hollow Earth, and he's just like, it's a living, and then Kong keeps swinging to this throne.
They're just milking him.
Oh my god. One of those bats. from
Yeah.
the cave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't know. Heather, any other thoughts around the film?
Did you like it, Heather?
Yeah, did you like it? As a non-Godzilla person, not super fan?
Not well. I thought the writing was terrible.
Okay.
I thought some of the people were stupid.
Seems like glowing recommendation
But
so
the
far.
times that I did look up, it was because it was an action scene, and so I enjoyed some of the action scenes.
times that I did look up. Well,
But I was listening the whole time.
so we're in agreement that the worst character was the podcast guy,
Yes.
or was it
He's
the
the-
New Zealand
he's-
kid?
No, because he wasn't as.
Did they even name that kid?
I don't think.
Oh, they did because the dad who got less than 5 minutes of screen time, so 11's dad.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
He said something like, "Steve, what the fuck are you?" I don't know. He said something at the end.
He's a New Yorker now. Hey, Steve,
Hey,
what
Steve,
the fuck are you
You want to
doing
grab some
over
pie or something? He said something.
It's Friday night in Texas. Grab a ball and just throw around the pigskin over here.
Where's Tim Riggins?
Man, how much did that fucking guy make? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He had no screen time in that movie.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
He was pointless. His character was
Yeah.
absolutely pointless. He had no effect on anything.
I agree.
Except that, oh, there's my daughter in Hong Kong.
Right.
Right across the street from where I happen to be in Hong Kong.
And I don't care about this necessarily, but I do think that it is sort of a reflection of like how much priority the studio is putting into it. Like that was the least star-studded movie I've seen in quite a while.
Wasn't?
Do you think it had to do with the pandemic and not getting some of the actors that maybe they wanted, or
I mean,
budget?
maybe
or what?
I think it was budget. I think Godzilla 2 underperformed to what they were hoping, and so I think that they
Had
were not
to
willing to
cut back a
spend as
little
much
bit.
money on
Maybe
the third.
that's why what's his butt wasn't in it as much.
The coach from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
He was actually, if you remember the Peter Jackson King Kong, he was like the handsome actor coward guy, right?
Oh, was he? Was he in that King Kong movie?
I think so, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I never saw it, so I mean, Heather seems like she's in love with that movie, so maybe she'll tell you.
Oh, we're talking about the one where they go to get King Kong.
The one with Naomi Watts.
That guy's in it?
Yeah.
No, Adrian Brody.
No, he was like the main romantic interest. Friday Night Lights dad, he was a different character. He was like the handsome actor, like Hollywood action star.
Really? I don't remember him being in that one.
Well,
He would have been pretty young at that
Yeah.
point in time.
That was before
Was that when
Friday Night Lights?
Again, I've never seen. I know the general premise of the story of King Kong. Is this like after they bring him back to New York? And
no,
something?
he goes because they're going to go film on location
Oh, okay, gotcha.
on Skull Island.
What is that
Got
one
it.
called?
King Kong.
I'm going to look up the cast because I want
There you go.
to see young
Friday Night
Friday
Lights
Night
dad.
Lights guy. That's his name.
But yeah, I don't know. That's about it for me. I think.
Yeah, bummer. It was a bummer all the way down.
It.
The fight scenes were good. That was the only good part of it, and even those could have been better.
I think that's what you said when we came out of the theater watching the second one.
Probably.
I think this was. it's a weird combination of things. This was
right.
There you go. This was better than I expected it to be. It was still the worst one, I think. I think it was worse than the second one. And I was not a huge fan of the second one either.
I agree. I don't know. I really liked the second one. Just because it was all the classic monsters fighting.
Rewatch it.
Okay, maybe I will.
I'm curious what you think on a rewatch because I for me it's clearly like a 1, 2, 3, and then Skull Island is somewhere in between the 2 or 3 or something.
All right.
Yeah, that's
What
it.
I want to know is why didn't they bring Pip Mushin back?
What was the character that Pit Mushin played?
Who the fuck is
Zellman,
Who could forget Zellman?
Zellman?
Yeah,
played by Pip Mushin.
Is that the Peter Jackson King Kong you're looking at?
Yeah.
Well, folks,
yeah.
thanks for this movie review.
We had a little movie review. We talked about the film. If you want to go check it out, you should do it. We didn't piss off any bicyclists, so that's a positive for the two of us. I think. And that's it. Hard markathon.
Okay, bye.
Hard mark of the movies.
Goodbye, folks.
If you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard,
Watch a movie.
watch a movie.
And stay hard.
Take it sleazy.
I'm a child of divorce. My penis is not nipple pink.